I do not get this. The two things that confuse me most. I read a brilliant article about it this weekend. You know that I'm eternally baffled by deference and forelock tugging. The idea that anybody in this country with an IQ in double figures could think that Jacob Rees-Mogg is cleverer than them is just absolutely hilarious to me, and also heartbreaking at the same time, because you are limiting your own horizons. You're putting shackles on your own children, their ambition and their aspiration. The idea that you should know your place is the single most toxic lesson that you can teach a child. And I'll tell you this, that they don't teach their children to know their place. And the second thing is this desire to feel persecuted, this absolute hunger for victimhood. Look, there's some people over there and they're attacking you. What are they doing? Oh, they're running the European Union like the Fourth Reich, and they really wish you harm. Okay? Any proof? No. Don't ask for facts. Just feel persecuted. And now it's statues. They're coming to take down your statues. They're going to attack your culture and your stately homes. How are they going to do that? By telling you about things that actually happened. Well, we can't have any. I'll clutch my purse. And they sell it. They sell you your own victimhood. And I don't know. I wish I could turn my conscience off and do it, because my kids need shoes. But especially now they're going back to school. Hallelujah. Long may that continue. Safely. But it works. I don't understand why people hand over their hard-earned cash and indeed their consciences so happily and so freely to people who are selling nothing but false victimhood and false persecution. Best summed up probably in that despicable poster that Nigel Farage unveiled shortly before Joe Cox was assassinated by a white supremacist terrorist shouting Britain first. That man was terrified.
Hello everyone, welcome to our channel, the Sussex Royal Chronicles. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Alright, let's dive in. In a thought-provoking segment on his LBC radio show, James O'Brien delved into the underlying reasons behind the public's dislike of Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. He astutely observed that many of those who express a strong aversion to Meghan are often unable to articulate the specific reasons for their animosity. O'Brien suggested that this inability to pinpoint the source of their discontent may stem from a deeper, more complex set of factors, rooted in societal biases and preconceptions. He challenged his listeners to examine their own prejudices and consider whether their dislike of Meghan is truly warranted or simply a reflection of ingrained societal attitudes towards powerful, outspoken women. James O'Brien breaks down the Meghan Markle backlash. In his thoughtful commentary, James O'Brien delved into the puzzling phenomenon of people's widespread dislike for Meghan Markle. He argued that many of her harshest critics cannot even articulate the underlying reasons for their disdain. O'Brien posited that this knee-jerk opposition often stems from more deep-seated biases and prejudices, rather than any genuine grievances with the Duchess of Sussex herself. By examining this issue with nuance and empathy, O'Brien shed light on the complex social and psychological factors that contribute to the ongoing vilification of Meghan in certain circles, urging his audience to consider their own preconceptions and approach the topic with more open-mindedness. Reasons people dislike Meghan. Meghan Markle's entry into the British royal family has not been without controversy. Some perceive her as an outsider, a disruption to the traditional workings of the monarchy. Her race and non-aristocratic background have drawn criticism from certain quarters, who view her as an unwelcome intrusion into the hallowed halls of the Windsor dynasty. The perception that she has unsettled the delicate balance of the royal household has further fueled resentment among those who seek to preserve the status quo. However, as media personality James O'Brien aptly observed, many of those who profess to dislike Meghan are hard-pressed to articulate the specific reasons for their disdain, betraying an underlying prejudice that masks a deeper unease with the evolving face of the British establishment. Meghan's defender. O'Brien speaks out. In her latest interview, prominent British broadcaster James O'Brien didn't mince words when addressing the public's criticism of Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. He firmly believes that much of the backlash against her is unfounded, rooted in superficial judgments rather than substantive concerns. O'Brien calls out the blatant hypocrisy and double standards applied to Meghan, noting how she is held to an unfair standard that her royal counterparts rarely face. He argues that those who dislike Meghan often struggle to articulate their reasons, suggesting their disdain stems from more deep-seated biases and prejudices rather than any genuine grievances. Empathy and understanding. In his thoughtful analysis, O'Brien challenges the public's often harsh perceptions of Meghan, urging people to examine their own biases and preconceptions. He emphasizes the critical need for more empathy and understanding, reminding us that our judgments may be rooted in factors beyond the individual's control. By encouraging a deeper, more nuanced perspective, O'Brien invites his audience to move past superficial criticisms and consider the complex realities that shape public figures' experiences. His words serve as a poignant reminder that empathy and an open mind are essential in navigating the discussions surrounding prominent individuals, particularly when those discussions risk being coloured by prejudice or misinformation.